All right, everybody. Welcome back. So today we're diving into something that's been, well, it's been kind of blowing up my feed lately.
Yeah.
This whole Emerald AI thing. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's everywhere right now.
Yeah, they're making some pretty bold claims, basically saying that they can just build you this YouTube empire, like
Eh.
fully automated,
Oh yeah, it's like the it's like the dream, right? Just
like
sit back and
passive income. That's what they're
yeah,
saying.
passive income and the AI does all the work. I mean, it's a pretty tempting idea for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And YouTube is massive,
Yeah.
so I can definitely see the appeal.
Oh yeah, I mean, the potential audience there is just huge. And if you can tap into even a tiny fraction of that, well,
Saying over.
yeah, you're set.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they're really playing up this contrast between like the old way of doing YouTube, like the
Fun
grind
figures.
versus their like super sleek AI system.
Yeah, like all that editing and filming and the on-camera stuff, they're making it seem like that's totally obsolete now.
Yeah, they're saying just 60 seconds. 60 seconds and you're up and running.
And this so-called miracle AI bot takes care of everything.
Yeah, produces the videos, drives traffic, even handles the sales.
24/7.
It's crazy, right?
Sounds a little too good to be true.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm thinking too. But $349 a day, every day, just from letting this AI run your channel.
Oh.
That's what they're claiming.
It's definitely an attention-grabbing number,
So sure.
especially when you think about how many people are out there trying to make it on YouTube.
Right, like everyone wants that piece of the pie.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. YouTube is a massive market, so the potential is there.
It is. But are they oversimplifying things a little bit?
Well, success on YouTube usually takes a lot of work, a lot of strategy, and you really need to understand your audience.
Yeah, engagement is key, right?
Definitely. It's not just about churning out content. You got to connect with people.
So you're saying there's more to the story than just hitting a button and letting the AI do its thing.
Way more. I mean, AI can be a powerful tool, but you got to use it
We
strategically.
gotta know what you're doing.
Exactly. And you
Yeah.
got to be realistic about what it can and can't do.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point.
Yeah.
So let's break down some of these specific claims they're making, starting with that $349 a day figure.
All right, let's do it.
I mean, how realistic is that, really?
Okay, so first of all, we got to remember how YouTube revenue works. It's mainly driven by ads, right?
Right.
And those ad earnings, they can fluctuate a lot. It depends on your audience engagement, the types of videos you're making, even the time of year can have an impact.
So you're saying even if this AI could magically get you tons of views,
Mm-hmm.
there's no guarantee that those views would actually translate into consistent income.
Exactly. It's not that simple.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then there's this views and traffic accelerator thing they keep talking about. Like they're promising to flood your channel with viewers.
Yeah, how are they going to guarantee that? I mean, ultimately, it's up to YouTube's algorithm,
The
right?
viewers themselves.
Yeah, they got to actually click on your videos.
Right. So how can they promise that?
It's a little suspicious.
Yeah, and what about the actual content of the videos?
Mm-hmm.
They're saying their miracle AI bot can create engaging videos
Hmm.
that people actually want to watch. But how?
Yeah, doesn't that take creativity,
Well,
storytelling skills?
You got to know your audience.
Exactly.
Can an AI really do all that?
Well, they're saying it can.
But I'm skeptical.
I think we both are.
Okay, so let's dig a little deeper into this miracle AI bot. I mean, they're making some pretty big claims about what it can do.
Yeah. AI-powered, automated.
Yeah.
It all sounds very impressive, but how does it actually work?
Right. Like
Yeah.
what's going on under the hood?
Well, based on what they've said, it seems like they're using a combination of different technologies, like natural language processing and machine learning.
Okay, and what did those do exactly?
So natural language processing basically allows the AI to understand text, like keywords or even like a basic script outline.
So you're saying you could give it a list of keywords
Uh-huh.
or like a rough script,
Yeah,
and the AI would use that to create a video.
exactly. It would then pull from a library of stock footage, music, maybe even pre-recorded voiceovers.
And it just kind of stitches it all together based on your input.
Right, and the template you choose.
Okay, but what about originality? If everyone's using the same templates and stock assets, wouldn't all the videos end up looking the same?
That's a good point. There's definitely a risk of that. I mean, AI can create variations and personalize things to some extent. But yeah, if you're relying heavily on pre-made elements, it's going to be hard to stand out.
And they keep talking about this drag and drop interface, making it sound super easy to use.
Right.
But how much control do you actually have?
Yeah, that's a key question.
Can you actually customize things? Or are you stuck with whatever the AI comes up with?
It's a trade-off, right?
Yeah.
A simple interface is great for beginners,
Yeah.
but it could also mean you have less creative freedom.
Right. You're limited by the options they give you.
Exactly. So it's important to understand how much customization is actually possible.
Can you tweak the pacing? Add your own branding?
Things like that.
Yeah. And what about storytelling? Humor? Those things are hard to replicate with AI, aren't they?
They are.
I mean, can an AI really capture the nuance of a good story?
It's tough. I mean, AI can put things together based on rules and
This
patterns.
is not the same.
It's not the same as a human with creativity and experience.
Okay, so they also mention integrating other AI tools,
Mm.
like ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I've played around with that a little bit. It's pretty cool. But how would they use that for video creation?
Well, ChatGPT is really good at generating text. So they could use it for things like writing scripts
Oh, that's interesting.
or video descriptions, even voiceover narration, maybe.
Huh. So it could basically do a first draft of the script.
Yeah, potentially. It could also analyze trending topics and come up with content ideas.
But again, wouldn't that risk making the content sound kind of generic?
It's a possibility. That's why it's important to review and edit what the AI generates.
Make sure it sounds like you.
Right, make it your own.
So, okay, let's say the AI can create decent videos. What about the marketing side of things? They
Yeah.
talk about blasting your videos across social media.
Yeah.
But how effective is that if the content isn't good?
True. They mention using keywords and hashtags to help people find your videos.
Okay, but wouldn't everyone using this system be using the same keywords?
Yeah, that's a problem. It could create a lot of competition and actually make it harder to stand out.
So it's not as simple as just throwing a bunch of keywords in there.
No, you need a strategy.
You need to understand your audience.
And you need to offer something unique.
Yeah, okay. And then there's that AI funnel they keep mentioning.
Right, the one that supposedly makes $97 per sale.
But they're super vague about what's actually being sold.
It's a little fishy.
Yeah, like, what is this funnel?
So a funnel is basically a series of steps that leads a potential customer towards a purchase.
Okay.
It usually involves things like collecting leads, building relationships, and presenting offers strategically.
So are they saying their AI can automate all of that?
That's what it sounds like. But it's important to remember that a funnel is only as good as the offer itself.
Right, you need a good product or service to sell.
Exactly, and you need to target the right people.
It all feels a bit too good to be true.
Yeah.
Like they're promising you can get rich quick with no effort.
Yeah, that's rarely how it works.
Success on YouTube takes time.
And work, and a lot of experimentation.
They keep talking about passive income,
Set it and forget it.
but don't most successful YouTubers spend a lot of time engaging with their audience?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Responding to comments, adapting their content based on feedback,
It's an ongoing process.
not just a one-time setup.
Definitely not.
And what about that commercial license, the one that lets you sell the AI-generated channels?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Wouldn't that just flood the market with generic content?
It could. And that would devalue the whole platform.
Make it harder for everyone to succeed.
Exactly.
So it seems like even with AI, you still need to be ethical and responsible.
Absolutely.
And you can't just expect overnight success.
There's no magic button.
No shortcuts.
It takes work.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the theory behind Emerald AI, but let's get to what really matters, the actual videos. If this AI is as good as they claim, the proof should be in the pudding, right?
Absolutely. They can talk all they want about automation. But if the videos are boring or just weird, no one's going to watch them.
Right, and they keep mentioning templates and stock assets, which I'm a little iffy about. I mean, templates can be helpful, but too many templates and everything starts to look the same.
Yeah, generic content is a problem. And stock footage can sometimes feel a bit impersonal.
Exactly. It's like you can tell it's not unique.
Right, it's not authentic.
So it's all about finding that balance, I guess.
Exactly, using the tools without being limited by them.
They also talk about the drag and drop interface and the voice prompts making it sound super easy, but I wonder how much control you actually have.
Yeah, can you really fine-tune the details, or are you stuck with the AI's decisions?
Right, like can you adjust the pacing, the transitions?
The overall style of the video?
Yeah, because if it's too restrictive, it's not really going to be your own creation, is it?
And on the flip side, if it's too complicated.
It might be overwhelming for beginners.
Exactly. It's a tough balance to strike.
And what about those AI-generated voices? They've come a long way, but sometimes they still sound a little robotic.
Yeah, some of them do.
I wonder how that affects viewers.
It's definitely a factor to consider. Some people might not mind. but others might find it off-putting.
Okay, and they also claim their AI can optimize the videos for search and social media.
With keywords and hashtags.
But wouldn't everyone using Emerald be doing the same thing?
Yeah, potentially.
So you'd have all these AI-generated videos competing against each other for the same keywords.
Right. It could get pretty crowded.
And then no one really benefits.
Exactly. It's not a guaranteed path to success.
So it seems like even with AI, you still need a good strategy. And you need to understand how YouTube works.
Absolutely. AI can be a tool, but it's not a replacement for hard work and knowledge.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today. We've explored the promises and the potential pitfalls of Emerald AI. And we've raised some important questions about AI in content creation.
It's a fascinating topic.
It really is. And as with any new technology, a healthy dose of skepticism is always a good idea.
Do your research, ask questions, and don't believe everything you see online.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
And for our listeners, if you're curious about Emerald AI, you can find a link in the show notes. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next deep dive.